set the tune for all to remember. You rewrite history, the greatest pretenders. You rewrite history, the greatest pretenders.
Hello, y'all. It is so good to be back. Absolutely. We are getting into another Doctor Who reaction at this very exact moment. This will be my last Doctor Who classic reaction before it is my birthday. Absolutely. So I will be gone for a few days off of YouTube. I will be back maybe like in 3 days. I'm going away. Yay! But I was like, before I go, let me make sure I film another Doctor Who classic, a reaction for everybody out there to, I hope, enjoy. So I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I know that, thank you once again to everybody who's posting the episodes that are the remaining episodes of season 3, because honey, I shrunk the kids. It has been hard for me to find. Generally, I don't have issues, but obviously we know that BBC did lose a lot of the original classic Doctor Who film. They went, what did they do? They filmed over it? What are you doing, BBC? But yes, so I finally found the arc, and I think what the issue I was having was, I was looking for the title, the episode called The Ark, but it was actually called The Steel Sky. But I have to say, I'm not positive if I have all of these episodes. I do know that this is supposed to be the next full one. I had it up where somebody said the Ark. I know I have the War Machine, and I think there's something in between. Now, also, that people commented and they were shocked. They were baffled why I'm not going to be watching the animation. I did say it in my reaction, the intro of my reaction. I would repeat it now, but I'm pretty sure that if you didn't watch my intro in the last one, you're not gonna watch it now, so why repeat it? But yes, so I did say I was gonna look for the toy maker, the Celestial toy maker. They did a reanimation. For me, I'm having issues getting it. That I do know. I was working and doing my due diligence. It's not as easy as, I could purchase it, get it sent here, but it's not easy to actually record it. I could put it on my big screen, my TV. I've never like really tried to work that before. So that's possible, but bear with me. Now, I'm going to be very honest, a quick disclaimer. If I don't get the reanimation of the Celestial toy maker, then we're going to just move right along. I know season 3 and I think season 4 are both bumpy roads for us, but I'm going to do my due diligence to try to get as much as I can. You know, I've been very, one of those reactors that says I'm gonna watch every single episode of Classic Who because I love Doctor Who and I want to know where it came from. I want to know the foundation of Doctor Who, because the only way you know where you're going is because you know where you came from. Absolutely, I'm telling you, I should be a preacher. So I'm just letting you know, we're gonna get into the arc. I'm going to watch whatever episodes I do have. If I do end up if I feel like there was something that I was missing, I know somebody, when they wrote, there was a middle one. It was the arc, the War Machines, I think that's what it's called, and there was a middle one. I think I'm missing that middle story. But as I said, bear with me if after the arc, whatever comes next is what I have available to me. So let's get into this episode. This is actually season 3, episode 26. Once again, the title is called The Steel Sky. I did read on Viki, okay? So I'm like I told you guys, I might not be watching it here, but at least I'm reading upon it. And it seems like Viki actually left this show in, hold on, I have it, bear with me. Viki, I believe, left season 3, episode 9, Horse of Destruction, where Vicky's feelings was growing for Torelius, Vicky's growing feelings for Torelius endangered their escape. So Vicky seems like she maybe fell in love with somebody that she went, when they were going a Trojan horse. I don't know. That was on that story, The Myth Makers. That's where I believe Vicky did leave. We ended up getting new companions right in season 3, episode 10, The Nightmare Begins, is when the Doctor actually, where we saw the last one, The Mission of Unknown, or whatever that title was. It seems like that's where this story then picked up. Season 3, episode 10, The Nightmare Begins. The Doctor does run afoul the Daleks and Special Security Agent Brett Vion on the planet Kremble. So something's going on here in this story, the Daleks master plan. I'm mad that I can't get that, but we had there season 3, episode 11, The Day of the Armageddon, season 3, episode 12, Devil's Planet, season 3, episode 13, The Traitors. With that, I'm assuming we're getting a new companion around this time. With Katarina being held hostage, the Doctor, Steven, and Brett are in danger of having to give in to some type of alien's demands, while on Earth, Chen has then listed as traitors. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. This story seems, there's a lot going on in the story. It does wrap up in season 3, episode 21, Destruction of Time. With the Daleks poised to invade the solar system, the Doctor decides his only option is to activate the Time Destructor prematurely, threatening the entire planet. So the Doctor ended up having a battle with the Daleks. Apparently it was amazing. It was rated extremely high. The TARDIS, then we get into the Massacre, War of the God, season 3, episode 22. And now it seems like we have Steven still with the Doctor in this story. Steven rejoins the Doctor, then they leave Paris just ahead of a massacre, leaving Anne behind. And now where we are, season 3, episode 26. The Doctor, Steven, and Dodo arrive on a giant spaceship millions of years in the future, transporting the last human away from the doomed Earth. So by this time, Vicky's gone. Vicky said, sayonara, I'm out of here. It also seemed like we possibly only have the Doctor and Steven solo dolo. And by this time, we now have 2 companions and the Doctor again, Steven and Dodo, whoever that is. So let's get into this episode, y'all. I hope you were able to follow what I was saying. I did my best. Let's get into this episode. Full reactions are down below. Look in the comment section and click join Patreon, YouTube channel memberships, whichever one you want to do. Join today. Please hit the like button, share, and comment. That is the way that really does help this channel and this video. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Doctor Who and find out exactly what the Doctor has got to give. Dun, 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 dun. Iguana, the Steel Sky. Absolutely not. Doctor, not here. Not here, Doctor. This is Dodo.
I thought I'd get some fresh air. Somebody opened the door.
But nobody said you could go out.
But I have to then.
What happens if you get lost?
I catch a bus back. Bet you thought you caught me, didn't you? Bet you thought I didn't know. Well, I do, just outside London. I came here once with the school. It's called Whipsnade. I'll bet if you go down that path there, you'll come to the American Bison and the T-Bar. Well, it couldn't be anywhere else now, could it? It's a monitor.
Oh!
Look, that's a locust.
Having second thought?
No.
Dorothea.
Dodo.
Oh, yes, of course, my dear. Dodo is right.
Dodo.
You know, I've been taking a look at my instruments in there.
And it's really very strange.
Prisoner, you've been found guilty of extreme carelessness in carrying out your duty, not only to the human race, but also to our friends the Monoi. The safety of our people must be preserved at all costs. One of miniaturization. Prepare the minifier. Sentence will be carried out immediately. 700 years' time.
Damn.
When it could no longer be a danger to us. Does the prosecution accept this sentence?
Father, anyone can make mistakes. He's not likely to do it again.
Under galactic law, the only alternative punishment, expulsion.
700 years is a micro something.
A learned friend wishes to thank you, sir, on behalf of the Monoids, for the care you take of us all.
Look, Doctor.
Damn, they got elephants?
Hey, look at him then.
Damn, budget.
It's all very, very strange. That is an Indian elephant.
The jungle incorporating things from all over the world.
Yes, you're quite right, my boy. It's a jungle without a sky.
What?
Hey, look at that then.
Merely a metal roof, radiating some kind of light. This ground we're standing on, it appears to be trembling.
An earthquake building up?
No, it's too regular for that, no. More of a mechanical vibration.
All these things together. I mean, animals and vegetable life from different continents.
Indoor nature park.
But on this scale...
Yes, improbable, dear boy, but possible. Have a handkerchief, I hope?
Of course I have.
Well, then use it, my child. Why are you dressed in these stupid clothes? Have you been pooping about in my wardrobe?
But do I have to ask permission for that as well?
Yes, you do, my dear. Now, you take care of them.
Oh, you're not going to send me home, are you?
Home? What an idea. I couldn't send you home even if I wanted to.
Uh-oh, wherever the hell that thing is.
Commander?
Yes, Santos.
Strange report from the jungle. The Monoids acquaint us of intruders.
Surely it's impossible for anyone to be in the jungle that we don't know about. Where would they have come from?
Shall we not arrest them and bring them here and question them?
Father, look, it seems to be their spaceship.
But Santos, not arrested, invited.
Dr. Stephen, get a look at these fab pictures.
Time you'll have to do something about that English of yours.
What's wrong with it?
It's terrible, child. Oh, it's most irritating. It's like a zebra with two heads.
Yes, well, that could be the imagination of the artist.
This place is illogical. Why shouldn't there be animals with two heads,
What's that? Do you think somebody's seen us?
I think
Wait,
so.
find out.
Yes.
Dodo.
What's that?
They're coming this way searching for us.
There's a kind of cave there.
Go on, you go ahead.
Yes.
This is Earth. It's no longer inhabited by human beings.
Right there, child. Let's try and get back to the TARDIS. Take care. This might be dangerous.
What's the matter? Are you crying?
Nobody knows he's running.
Just do as he says, child.
I like her.
Doctor!
I know where I am now. Yes, indeed. Oh, this is a spaceship.
A spaceship?
Yes, exactly.
What? I didn't even see them.
It can travel anywhere in time or space.
And why have you chosen to come here?
We didn't. It wants to pass through the fourth dimension. We're undertaken in the 27th segment of time. Could anything so cruel?
I told you before. The doctor's the one who'll tell you what you want to know. May I ask a question also?
No.
Why not? We're all friends here.
Is this really a spaceship? This city and all that surrounds it?
Yes, indeed.
Who are you? And these creatures that serve you?
Like you, we come from the Earth. They came to Earth many years ago, apparently from their own planet, which was dying. The Earth also is dying. We have left it for the last time.
The Refusium sent here to intercept us, to sabotage our mission.
Refusians from the planet you're heading for?
Of using them to pass, to mingle amongst us.
Oh, rubbish, rubbish. I can assure you, sir, if you were to cut my skin, I would bleed the same as you would.
But so long ago, we've forgotten what it was like. Fascinating. If you cannot direct your spacecraft, your journeys must take you to some strange places.
And he knows no more than you. He simply has faith.
So have I, in my own eyes and ears.
To use your phrase, sir, what segment are we in now?
The 57th.
When do you expect your journey to end?
Not for a long time.
How long from now?
Using your measurements of time, 700 years.
700
You
years.
have to bring everything. At least two of each, I suppose.
Like the Ark?
The Ark,
Yeah, Noah's Ark.
But we do have the Earth's full population, human and animal. They are stored in trays and will re-emerge normally when we land. Why don't you show the young people the statue?
Would you like to see it?
It depends.
Yes, of course. That noise we heard just now, was that a flight adjustment?
No, sir. Refueling pause.
700 years to sculpt one statue.
Yes, we're constructing it by hand.
Watch her, she'll have the whole thing down.
It's a substance called gregarian rock. It'll last forever. What's that? All that carrying?
Strange disease, a fever, is spreading among the monoids.
I can hardly hear you, Xantos.
Commander,
Oh, she getting everybody sick?
he has the strange fever. The fever brought by the strangers.
What is it? What's wrong?
We may be able to help.
It's nothing to worry about. His temperature's a bit high, that's all.
Do you realize what this means, dear boy?
She killed everybody.
These people, this generation, have never experienced the common cold.
You're gonna die.
But it might be fatal. We shall be to blame. I told you these people were evil.
Well, it wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know?
Seize them!
No! Girl, corpse
All of you,
everywhere.
the fever brought by these strangers in our midst. I invoke the special galactic law against them.
Listen to us!
Take them away!
What about my father?
We may well die.
Wow.
In which case, it was pointless leaving.
It's all my fault. If I'd known it was going to be like this, I'd never have come. It's me nose running again.
It's me nose
Anyway.
running again.
It's not your fault at all. If it's anybody's, it's mine.
Become an epidemic.
Well, that depends on the strength of the virus infection. No, your nose, child. Running all over the place.
No, it isn't. I'm crying this time.
Well, look, my dear, do try and rest. You know, you may be feeling better, but you're far from cured. Oh, if only those wretched guardians would let us out of here. Might be able to help.
That's another victim.
And more human guardians have also been taken ill. Thank heaven none of them has died yet.
There must be something we can do about it.
Our microvirologists are trying to find the answer.
Is there nothing you can do?
Recovering this type of fever was lost long ago. In the primal wars of the 10th segment.
To moments of sudden clarity.
Perhaps it's better that you shouldn't talk.
Should anything happen to me,
You mustn't talk this way.
make sure the voyage continues. That's the only thing that's important.
She's like, I'm better. Their leader has died to turn. What are we gonna do? This plague is so awful.
Proceed with the preparations for ejection.
The ejection. Oompa loompa. Eject the body. Bye, rest in peace. See you later. Oh, Lord, damn, they put a rocket missile on it.
Guardians! Monoids! Must make the strangers answer for the terrible crime they have committed. Will anyone speak for the prisoners?
I will.
I will.
And I. My only desire was that justice should be done, and a sensible solution to this crisis be found.
Power to punish or restrain any life form that endangers the success of its mission.
We've offered to speak in your defense, but at least one of you must give evidence.
Of course.
Let's go and do something, even if it's only to show them how stupid they are, wasting time with trials and speeches.
Very well, then. If only they listen.
They'll probably ask you to speak next, Doctor.
I'll sneeze on you.
I say that you came here intentionally to spread the disease.
Oh, that's utter nonsense.
Came here to destroy us.
Why? We're human beings like you are.
That you, managed in that ridiculous machine called the TARDIS, have managed to travel through time.
Segments of time, far from being one of the most advanced in knowledge, is one of the worst.
Strange disease is brought by you as agents of the intelligences that inhabit Refugee.
That, unfortunately, tells me only one thing.
What's that?
You still fear the unknown,
Right.
like everyone else before you.
Doctor, have any knowledge how to deal with this fever?
Yes, he probably would if you'd let him out of that cell.
Perhaps even kill one of the Guardians. Are we to be fooled by such tricks?
I hope so, my dear. I hope so.
Do you think he may have caught the fever?
Well, I'm afraid
Yeah.
he may have.
This is biased.
This is a fair here.
No, it's not.
The Doctor and his companions have not denied that they brought the fever among us. Agents of the Refusions. They could have achieved their objective in a much simpler way. And it might well be that they are the only ones who can cure it. What is the value in expelling them from the spaceship?
None at all.
One of our kind, one of the Guardians, has died from the fever.
Do you want to hear more? Now they are nothing. Now that one of our own kind has died. Is it your vote that we exact the full penalty of the special galactic law? Yes! In that they were the first to be struck by the fever will be granted to the monoid.
Doctor, something is wrong with Stephen.
He's as ill as any one of your own people. How do you expect him to plead?
You and your party have been condemned by an overwhelming majority.
Aware that you might be committing your entire community to a slow extinction? Allow me, help me to find a new cure.
Can we not afford to take a chance? After all, the old man was the first to diagnose the illness.
Assemble the monoids, they may proceed.
Wait! This has gone far enough. I order you to release the travelers immediately. They may be our only hope.
But the hearing decided differently, Commander. These people are dangerous.
I wish the doctor to use his young friend as a guinea pig. He succeeds in curing him. I will set aside the verdict of the court.
He's not gonna listen.
Very well. If he has not decided wisely, we will not live to know it.
At last we're near a solution. Get the boy onto the table.
Is there anything we can do to help, Doctor?
Yes, cover him. We must keep him warm. Go to the TARDIS and bring these things back
Will
for me.
these know where to find them?
Well, open your eyes, my dear child, otherwise you won't be any use to me, will you?
Our virologists are willing to give you all the help you need. Can you describe the virus responsible?
I want you to find all the sick people in this spaceship and give them the same treatment. So include your father. Now, this germ is...
The vaccine was used as long ago as the 20th century, and then was lost in the time of the Primal War. He says it's a natural compound derived from animal membranes.
Leave that to me. I'll collect a party of Guardians and monoids. Tell us what animals you need.
The combination of these two membrane fluids, a little at a time, should do the trick. My dear Dodo, how is he?
He's conscious, Doctor, but only just.
Where is that sterilized pustule? Oh, thank you. Mix these properly.
And what if you
Now,
haven't?
don't let that cross our minds, for heaven's sake.
Don't you have to squirt it into his arm?
What, with a hypodermic needle? Good gracious, no. Here we are. Now all we have to do is to wait and watch. It's going to be much jollier, my child, as you say, if I just sat and did nothing. Come along. Just relax and rest.
Is there anything further I can do?
You.
Zentos is waiting like a vulture, just in case the treatment doesn't work.
Doctor, it's a long time now since you gave him that stuff, and the fever only seems to be getting worse.
He seems to be reacting quite normally. Yes, he's fighting it. And the temperature's dropped.
You mean?
I mean he's going to be all right.
It's all right. Stephen's much better. Everything's going to be all right.
Have been tended to, and the others immunized against further attack.
Cannibal!
What? What the f is that?
Continue with the building of your statue, and when it's finished, I'm sure it's going to look very beautiful. Well, we must be off. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my dear.
For the fact that I mistrusted you, misjudged you, I'm sorry.
You must travel with understanding as well as hope. Goodbye, Zentos.
Wow. Are they still here?
You really must let me go first, child.
It's like the same place.
Something must have gone wrong. It appears we've landed back in the same place.
Nelly and Baku! They can't be far away, can they?
Look, there's nobody here, is there?
We've only been gone a few seconds. Statue. They finished the statue.
Oh, it's not a human. Oh. I really liked that episode. It was so crazy that they said this line in there. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was pretty much like, humankind hates what they don't understand, and that is literally today's society to the T. It's always been that way. That's how animals get extinct. That's how people commit crimes against each other. That's why there's so much hate. That's why there's racism. That's why there was slavery. That's why there was the Holocaust. That's why the Japanese was well, was it the Japanese or the Chinese? I stopped because I forgot my example. I think it was the Japanese. I think Asians in general. Don't quote me. History is, but they were caged right during one of the world wars. Somebody is typing down ferociously. One of the world wars. You guys know what I mean. But that is the prime example of why we are the way we are today. That's how we operate, and it's such a sad set of affairs, I should say, because humankind are their own worst enemy. Humankind is its own worst enemy. Now, and by the way, so this kind of reaffirms that the talking points about Doctor Who has always been there. There's always a morale or a story underneath the story. There's always a lesson that they're trying to teach you. Sometimes it's subtle and sometimes it's just out there for you to really dive into. So people who don't like the new Who because they consider it so woke, which I absolutely hate that phrase and that terminology that's used today, because if a lot of people don't know, woke was actually created by African Americans, and I believe it was, I'm not gonna say, I think it was the early 2000s, maybe the 90s, which dealt with a completely different term than what it's used today. And I get so frustrated when people are like, woke! Shut up. But regardless, yes, there's another thing, loved it. Now these one-eyed, whatever, haystacks, walking haystacks, it seems like they took over. Their statue has now turned to one of them, and I bet you in the next episode it's going to be the humankind is going to probably be enslaved or something of that nature. It is going to be a gag. I really like these 2 episodes. I thought that by the second episode, I thought we were already wrapping up the story of the arc. I was like, damn, that's super short. And I really like Dodo. She is a gag. So we have 2 more episodes of this arc. It's called The Return and The Bomb, and then we'll be wrapping that up. And then it's the Celestial Toy Room, which I don't think I have. And then we'll get into the other. Now I think there was another one, The Savages. I don't think it's called The Savages. The Gunfighters. I think somebody said the Gunfighters. The Gunfighters I might have actually. And it's only 2 episodes. And then the next one that I do know I have is The War Machines. So if I do not find the toy maker, as I said in the intro, that means I'm skipping it, at least for now. And then we'll be getting into the War Machines and wrapping this up and jumping right into season 3. And I do know that season 3, somebody said season 4, I'm sorry, season 4. Season 4, there's a story where there's 3 stories that survived in this bigger story, and the 4th one is an animation. And because they said, you have to watch that one, no spoilers, but you have to watch that one, I said, okay, I'll watch that, including the animation. So there's that. I'm very excited to continue on to this journey. Whoever Dodo is, wherever she came from, I love her, honey. She came into this episode going, you know what, I'm gonna kill you back there. All because I'm sneezing. And I was like, why do they keep making this lady sneeze? And it was because they're trying to give you what they gave you. The humankind, as I start to lose my voice out of nowhere, humankind became susceptible, or not even susceptible, but they no longer have the way to fight just a pure cold, just a regular cold, a regular, which I kind of am curious if once we get over and our bodies get used to fighting a disease, I don't think we go backwards, and then even if it's 100 or 200 years later, do we go backwards and can we revert back to getting sick from that same cold? Possibly, but I'm kind of curious. I feel like once we're over it, or I guess possibly that's why you get the flu shot every year. That's why with the pandemic, they get the boosters to continue on and making that, oh, okay. I get it. I would rate these 2 episodes an 8 or a 9. I loved it that much, and it's really, I have to say, the 2 companions and the Doctor, the vibes is vibing. I actually like Dodo better than I like Vicky. Absolutely no shade. She's up there, just in those 2 episodes, she's up there as well as Barbara. And you know I love Barbara. She and Barbara, for me, they're working. They work. So thank you guys so much for being here. Until next time, I'm off this.